Aespa dropped their second mini album slash EP. You know how K-pop loves to call stuff mini albums, but I always laugh that Wikipedia calls everything an extended play still because that's the official definition. Nonetheless, we shot about Aespa's debut single album when it came out last year, Savage, and now they're back again with another short taster here. 9 songs, 30 minutes. 7 of these songs are new. Kind of perplexingly, their debut single, which was not on that first album, that debut single Black Mamba was now included on this new second album, Girls. That kind of made me surprised. Don't know why they did that, but that's cool. And yeah, I think if you remember we talked about Aespa last time around as a brand new quartet in K-pop on SM Entertainment, the biggest K-pop label. There's a lot of expectations put on a group in this standing, and if we remember, I think the two biggest takeaways when we listened to Savage, and I think that that title track Savage was definitely a big K-pop banger for sure. But I think the two biggest takeaways were one that the production was notably more modern, more synth heavy, not as more traditional K-pop sounding of the past generations with more electronic feel. Definitely more modern production styles, and also they had a very heavy focus on the metaverse and these like virtual avatars, doppelgangers for our 4 members in Aespa. And it was like a big component of their performance and their music video visuals and things along that line. That was a huge thing about the group. And moving forward, I didn't really have any like huge expectations for them because they're clearly just like a brand new group. They're K-pop rookies, as it were, and I think that that feeling of newness still kind of carries over into Girls. And if I think if you watch some of their performances, notably they did perform on Jimmy Kimmel, they did perform in Central Park on Good Morning America. And of course, more recently, or in the past, but recently, they performed at Coachella as part of the '88 Rising set. Um, and all that being said, I still think they're like a bit green, a bit stiff when it comes to the live performance side of things. There's been a big talk online about how they do lip sync quite a lot, which is not uncommon, but it still feels like they're kind of getting those sea legs back. So, you know, I don't know if this album kind of like changed my opinion on them. It just feels like the second step in this like early career for Espa. And not that there's not I think highlights on here. The title track "Girls," like the last title track, Savage. Title track "Girls" is one of those big bangers. Got the music video. Uh, they notably Ning Ning notably like shouts out the word meta universe in her part, and it's just really funny to me that they're like really like riding this stuff because I'm not a metaverse guy, but like I don't know if you need to like put it into your content as well. The visuals is one thing, add-on third party stuff is one thing, but to literally like shout out the meta universe as she puts it, it's like that kind of made me chuckle.
Yeah, that's quite the move. Yeah, metaverse is not something I've seen a lot of people really enjoying. So to really like ride for this, they're trying to be futuristic, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I think then from there you have Illusion, which is another kind of banger song. I enjoy the flow on that one. I enjoyed Lingo. If you look at the track list, they have Life's Too Short, and then they also have Life's Too Short English version, which feels very superfluous to me. If you listen to both songs, the original like Korean Life's Too Short already has plenty of English, and in general, Aespa has plenty of English in their music. I don't see why they needed to like make the full English version. That's also like a very like a much lighter uh track. It's not like one of the banger like in your face songs. So I don't know. It felt pretty inviting on its own. I don't feel like you need to compromise yourself all that much for Western audiences. Nonetheless, that's what they performed at Good Morning America. So yeah, I think it's kind of. I think it's still a lot of wait and see with us, but because they don't do any of their writing, they're still so new into their career. It's pretty standard for K-pop. And I don't think lyrically I'm like I have been wowed, from what the stuff I do here in English or when I read the subtitles. So kind of wait and see. But like the bangers that they do have at this point, I think are still pretty fun. If you're a fan of K-pop. So I'm curious to see how much SM continues to ride Aespa as a group in the West again, already getting a Coachella look as they have. even though they weren't even part. They're not even part of 88 Rising, but they're still part of that set. I think that's pretty notable. So curious to see how big they try and make this group because they're not the SM's only female group, of course, but uh, yeah, they're still kind of new on the scene. If sounds like.
Well, we'll be checking with Espa next time that they drop something, a group that we're excited to see where they go.